Okay, I think this thing is on. Hey yo everybody, I'm Braxton Wise, and I am sick. It's a perfect stream intro. Let's make sure everything's right. Let's get all our stuff. Get all our ducks in a row. Okay. So hopefully, this will be different. For some reason, the chat still shows, and I cleared the chat, but it's still showing in the overlay, which is weird. Don't I have that set to clear itself automatically? Technical difficulties. It's streamer bot chat. Okay, so, alright, what are your properties? Right, I have it set to refresh browser when scene becomes active, and yet it's still showing an old conversation. Refresh cache at firm page, and still doing it. So why is it still holding on this stuff? It's not really refreshing the cache, is it? You know, like the words are still on the screen. Anyway, that's another mystery for another day. Too much stress in my life. We don't need more. Oh wait. So if I actually turn my tablet on. I had the quick keys on. However, but it is a separate part from the tablet. Let's see if that's working. There, let's plug it in. Okay, so I have reduced the size of the overlay, as you can see, well, as I'm pointing to in here, and I can point up to here, although I can't actually see it. You'll see it. This same bit here mirrored up here in the corner, and then, or repeated up here in the corner, and the talking Santa, well, he's not talking here. Over here in this corner, so I've reduced their sizes, so we have more visibility. This will be better for next year. I'll put these in a folder. And we'll just keep them. Like, keep them in OBS. In their own separate folder. You know, I should make a folder for them, like, right freaking now. And here, let's turn off these while I'm at it. There. So there goes the overlay, and then we'll just, yeah, that looks good. I like it. Let's make sure this is working. Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with this. I have a shortcut device that doesn't work anymore. And I have no clue what that's about. Because for some reason, Windows doesn't recognize the shortcut device anymore. Unless I literally plug it in, so why buy a Wi-Fi if now it's just trash? You know, like it has a Wi-Fi feature, but yet will no longer be recognized by Windows. It's like really, really, really stupid. And the last time, like, I had to do this before. I do. Welcome in, Servo.
Servo1K asked me, do sea creatures celebrate Christmas? And if so is Santa Crabs, that one delivers presents. Oh, you bet we sea creatures celebrate Christmas. Down in Bikini Bottom, we have all kinds of festive fun. We decorate coral trees and have jellyfish lights all around. As for Santa, well, we call him Santa Claus. He may not be a crab, but he sure knows how to deliver presents to all the good little fishies and sea critters. Merry Fishmas.
Welcome in. So I'm dealing with some weird glitchy thing that it's now doing. So we're having issues with this again. I'm like having to add it every time now. Is it an update or what? It's not going to discover the device either, apparently. Man, I hate Windows updates. This has to be. This thing doesn't have software. It's Windows that has to be screwing it up. So now it just completely bricked a device that I paid for. Thanks, Windows. What the hell is the point of paying for anything anymore? I guess just to freaking get ripped off for no reason. So this won't work. Alright, so this no longer is working, right? Okay, now it's working. Holy freaking crap. Alright, sorry, I'm gonna have meltdowns today. I'm also sick. I feel terrible. Alright, because I got sick for Christmas. That was lovely. Human beings are disgusting animals. Okay, so right here. Somehow the device reconnected again. So how is that happening? Because I did a scan for it and it didn't find anything. And yet, for some insane reason, it reconnected. Like, what phantom crap is going on here? I don't want to start my stream like that, but I guess I don't have a choice today. And I'm not editing, so get over it or mute or don't watch. And that's people usually take the third option there. So that's fine. I'm getting used to that now. USB, audio. Where is it in the device list? Pixel. It's there though. Like, I have to remove it. It's so freaky. I have to remove the device and then just magically, after a couple of frustrating minutes, it just reconnects somehow. What's up, Strider? Sorry, I'm having meltdowns when I start the stream today. I apologize for that. But Windows just bricked my little shortcut thing that I use for my art. Because now it doesn't connect. Or I have to go through like a lot of crap to reconnect it. And it disappeared from the list, too. So, how is that possible? It disappears from the list, yet it's connected. And when it shows it's connected, it's on the list, it's no longer connected. It's only connected when it shows it's connected. It's not connected when it doesn't show that it's connected. It's completely opposite. of what reality should dictate. I don't see it anymore. It's completely off the list, and yet it's reconnected. See, if I come over here, refocus that window, you see how that turns into the hand? That's me pressing my spacebar key on the shortcut pad that I have. So it is working, and it's not wired in this time. Like I didn't have to physically connect it. I mean, I guess I have to wire it up every time, or because I can't go through this every time. But I don't know why it's not on the list. It's just gone. This is definitely a Microsoft problem. Yeah. I kid you not, it is totally missing now. The device does not show up on anything. It's just gone. And yet it's working. I'm looking right at it. This right here, this proves it's working. See that? That means it's working, and yet Windows is like, no, it's not. Are you kidding me? Why is this world so deliberately backwards? It's like every day is moron bizarro world. Which one are we on? The garland is on its own thing. Is the tree on its own thing? Yes. Yeah. Okay, I have to remember that I have to erase on the outside edge of that. Many people today with meltdown, I guess. I don't know. I have not really been paying attention to anybody else today. I feel pretty horrible today. It sucks. My birthday is in the winter as well. So I was always sick for my birthday as a kid. So give the gift of being born in February. So your kid can be sick every birthday of their life. Where's the other brush? Alright, I guess that's the one. That's the one, that's the one. Alright, so we cannot... No, that's fine. Yes, it's fine, it's fine. Alright, never mind. See, because this looks funky. And I wanted to make sure this wasn't it's like this is not the kind of area where you want to erase, you see? So I have to remind myself not to erase, but to paint over stuff instead. Working? Yes, but okay, fine. It's fine. Oh, that's why, because it's garland. Like, why is this smudge of color persisting in my vision? Oh man, I have like a couple of days left. I have to go out and pay the taxes on my new car. New used car. I shouldn't say new car. It makes people think I actually have money. Like, ooh, money bags, got a new car. No. He got a newer car. A car that wasn't rust-eaten, a rundown bucket of bolts. Something that'll last maybe a year, too. Okay, I think this is fine. No. There. Wait, you're not on that? Wait, hold on. No, you're up here. There. I have no idea what these things are. I'm gonna avoid rendering these. If I don't stop myself, I'll just keep going though. So let's just let go of it here. Turn tree on. Also, it's warm out today, so you all might hear like basketball and stuff in the background. Background noises. Oof. Didn't occur to me to do this, which I should have done before. I don't think that's dark enough. Well, a little better. Not great, but we'll take it. I can always mess with this next year. This overlay will get used next year. These things take a lot of effort. It's kind of like a future investment, you know? Oh, there's it. There you go. Make sure to get that Braxco stock. It's going up this year. I can feel it. Just putting some kind of more visual noise in here, but less of it as we get to the lighter side of the tree. I should highlight it even more, like put more detail in that, but I don't know, we'll see. Bring that tree a little closer to us, or lift it up off the ground a little. It doesn't seem like it's sitting right flat on the floor. Okay, it doesn't stand up to scrutiny, but we don't scrutinize, right? Right. Okay, what else was I gonna do? I wasn't gonna do much on this. I was gonna maybe fix the fireplace. Have to chug coffee, because that's the thing. I have no clue what we're going to do with this. And we'll do a little shape of our own here. And we will, as is my typical style, fake it out a little bit. Again, this is not going to be scrutinized. Well, not by me. I don't know. If you're out here scrutinizing on me, we're going to have words. Right. What did I even do with this? What kind of crazy shape? Well, I was just jotting this in, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this because the original sketch looked... That's for a different thing. Welcome in, Bum Rocky. I feel disgusting. Achy and sore and lethargic.
Rocky asked me, Squidward, if Santa was a frog, would he still say ho ho ho, or would it be more like croak croak croak? If Santa were a frog, he'd probably be all about the croak croak croak. I'd bet he'd hop from lily pad to lily pad, delivering presents to all the good little tadpoles out there. It'd be a real riveting holiday for sure. But hey, as long as I get my clarinet gifts on time, I couldn't care less.
Clarinet gifts. Who's gifting Squidward anything? Well, probably SpongeBob. I bet SpongeBob's gifting him stuff, but Squidward doesn't really have any friends. Because he's Squidward. You know, like the point of being Squidward is to be Squidward. Mr. Player. Welcome in. How is the new overlay? I know it still blocks a little bit. But it is, I did make the other pieces smaller. So there's more visibility and you can see more of the chat on screen. I mean, I can move around if it's still not right. I just put this in recently. Damn it. I click on the thing and then it loses focus. Let's see how that looks. You'll see a little bit of it. Just a little bit. Yeah. I think the chat's a little bit up now, so you can see at least part of it before it drops off. I'm completely winging this thing. I know you can't tell, right? But I am. Hate doing things at an angle like this. It throws me off. I can't really see if it's level or not. I just have to make a guess.
Bum Rocky asked me, SpongeBob, who is giving Squidward presents, as I thought he didn't have any friends? It's you, isn't it? Be honest. Well, between you and me, I might sneak a little something into Squidward's stocking.
Yeah.
I mean, sure, he can be a bit grumpy sometimes, but deep down, he's part of our Bikini Bottom family. Plus, a happy Squidward makes for a happier neighborhood. And who doesn't want to spread a little cheer during Fishmass time?
Fishmass. I don't know how much texture to give this thing. I don't really want to have to fake out a texture today. I am feeling poorly, so I don't know if I'm going to put a lot of time into this one. Maybe next year, you know, might do little touch-ups, that kind of thing. But the main bit I like the overlay and stuff. I think it's good to use next year too, and that way we can make use of all the effort from this one and make it an investment of time instead. It's not a waste, right? If you can reuse it. I guess that's what I mean. Oh yeah, I got sick. All this stupid car trouble and me having to go down to the DMV multiple times and crap. Like every time I have any contact with humans, I pretty much, they always like, and I mean more than just a little bit. Like if I'm go to the store, I'm fine. Go to the DMV, I'm sick. Just like the nastiest human beings go to the DMV, apparently. There's no hygiene at all. Humans are really gross, man. I am not a germaphobe, but humans are so gross it makes me carry sanitizer around. I'll stick my hand in mud and anything else. I won't touch a human. It's like, wow, there's stuff I won't touch, and humans are one of them. Okay. This happened last year too. I had to have my license renewed. Had to renew my plates for my van, and I had to also renew my driver's license, which really sucked. And of course, got sick again, and that was around my birthday, because you know your license is set for your birthday, because that's usually when we, you know, like turn 16 or whatever, and we get our driver's license. So it always renews on your birthday, so that's like freaking, it's like the best birthday present ever. Just an extra FU for being born and all. Be the guy everyone hates wearing a mask. They hate you because you're the one that's not gonna get sick. I should wear a mask when I go out. I should. There's some gray that got into here. This does not have to be perfect. No one's even looking at this. There. I'm just trying to stabilize this so it looks less wonky. I mean, since it's not really being drawn, I'm just sort of mashing in shapes here. I'm not a fan of line drawing, or of doing it myself, I should say. I'm not a fan of making lines for drawings. I'm just not a line artist. Did it come down to here? Maybe. Throwing some quick flames here. Get rid of that line. I can't erase this stuff, so it's just gonna be extra stupid frustrating because all these things are overlapping and I didn't bother to put them on separate layers before. So the gray gets in and overlaps and it all gets contaminated. Here I am like putting extra work into this thing when I should have sort of done it right the first time. It's not easy drawing fire, just putting that out there. Even terrible fire like this.
Good afternoon, Braxton.
What's up next? Welcome in. I had to try and finish the piece I was doing for Super Cool Guy. He'll probably get it a little bit late. I'll try to do that this afternoon or something if I'm not feeling too awful. Seems like it's outside the thing, doesn't it? Yes, it does. This is looking gross. I'm not liking this at all. But I'm just trying to get this to where it's, you know, like you could ignore it. You know what I mean? Welcome in, Mr. Frog. Welcome in, Super Cool Guy. How's my Festivus? It was Festivus. It's more exciting than my normal family get together. Just darken, man. Stop this. There. What if we change the shape of this? Okay, how's this go again? This way, and this way. I think you should come out to here. Having a hard time with these proportions today. I mean, that's not bad. Yeah, it's just gonna look bad. It's just gonna have to. I just don't have it in me today. Also, thank you very much, Next. The thing doesn't always show me the exact things. Like, I hear the thing, but the streamer bot doesn't actually tell me what it is. Then I have to check another screen. 52 months. Wow. And I hope your Christmas was good. Super cool guy. I'm gonna try to work on the Back to the Future thing. This is about as good as I can get it at the moment, so. I don't know whether to put that logo, the Universal logo in front, like what's there, or to just omit those things and kind of fake out the smoke. No family drama? Cool. It's a double-edged sword. You know, because you got family drama to deal with if you have family. But if you don't have family, it still sucks in its own way, because there may not be any family drama, but that also means there's no family. So you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. Okay, I'll have to do some looking around at photographs to try to figure out how to do a fireplace better in the future. There was? Okay. What, do people just sit there freaking out at the dinner table, or what? What am I gonna do with this? Am I gonna round that off? Maybe? I don't know. Just massage that out a little. Just take the edges off it. I'm gonna leave this largely undecorated. Here, no, let's do this one instead. Maybe next time I'll figure out how to put like stonework or something on this. So we can always add stuff to this. So it's actually kind of good, and in fact maybe that's a cool idea. Maybe that is a good idea. I mean, it's fairly plain as it is, so maybe that gives us space on the walls. We could, you know, each year put a picture on the wall, or, you know, decorate with something. Put stuff on the mantle. Work on that. So every year just add some little thing to it. Okay, no, my eldest aunts didn't show up on purpose, and they never told us. Oh, I see. So they just didn't tell you they weren't showing up, and so they let everyone expect that. They let everyone expect them to be there. And then they were... Okay. Did they admit it was for no reason? Or are they still like, no, it's her fault? The League of Aunties. Is that like the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, except overbearing aunts? Aunts. Sorry, in the States, and especially in the Midwest, we say aunt instead of aunt. I don't know why either. Okay. They blamed her. It was complete nonsense. Okay, so you know the story, and the story is nonsense, but they're still mad. Like, nobody admitted wrongdoing, but from listening to all the stories, one sounds like BS and the other one sounds legit, right? Wow. Okay. That's weird. Use both at random. Random. Did I just say random because aunt? That'd be a random way to say random. No, it had an N in it. No, not Rom. There you go. 2 seconds. Okay, Miss Frog. Or a super cool guy, sorry. Well, you asked me to... Never mind. I'm going to say one or the other. And I'll forget. Anyway. Random. I can never decide which... Well, I don't know. It's aunt or aunt. And I remember having that same issue when I was a little kid. Trying to figure out what to do with that. How do you do the inside of a fireplace? It's probably much easier than I'm making it out to be. What if we made this like a different shape? Like, what if this was here, let's do a chicken layer over that. And we'll say like this. Turn off the pressure opacity. How about that? Hey, that's nifty. That's a little more exciting of a shape. Let's stick with that one. Aunt infestation like the Geico commercial. Oh yeah, that's right. Mr. Jivey, what's up? Mr. Pants, I guess, because that would be your surname. Belated Boxing Day. I don't even know what Boxing Day is about. I feel like it's a British thing that Canadians adopted, so they'd feel less American. even though most of them came from here. But you know, that's just a theory. Flooded the bathroom. Wait, hold on. Wait, I just missed crucial information. We had family drama. My sister brought her sick kids and claimed she had them all tested and cleared. Okay, so, but they're coughing, sneezing, and snot. All right, so they're clearly sick, but she said they're fine. Okay, so your nephew basically, what, you mean the toilet was plugged or something, and... All right. Wow. That's what I'm assuming. It's when kids are fighting over the best friends. It does sound like a lot to go through, and when you're hosting the holiday, it's kind of difficult when your relatives are making that difficult. I never had these crazy dramas with my family. My family's pretty mild-mannered. I mean, there has been drama, but it's like, for instance, my aunt doesn't talk to any of us now. She just disappeared off the face of the earth. That kind of thing. So I guess that is family drama, but that's about the only serious one. I like this. I'm liking this. Anyone else like this? I think this is good. I'm kind of happy with this. Yeah. And we'll mess with the top of it later. Again, my excuse is that I'm sick today, and I don't want to mess with stuff. I don't feel well at all. I'm certain I have a fever. I've got chills and everything. Even though it's 65 today. It's 65 degrees. In winter. That should not happen. What's that? 18 Celsius? 18 point something? I can't make this look better. Darn it. Will Byers. Oh, I don't know who that is. What's Will Byers watching? Wait, who's Mike? These are from things I have no idea. Oh, I see. He took a shower with the curtain outside the tub and locked the door, and water was flooding out in the bathroom. Wait, what? Okay, hold on. Okay, at least that's better than plugging your toilet. Okay. Because that's gross. So, okay, hold on. I have to scroll back through here. Now, who is this in relation to you? We had family. Okay. You're hosting. Right? You're hosting this. She brought her kids over. And your nephew flooded. Okay, so are they living there they just came by to stay there for a couple days? Because I'm like, why are they coming over for dinner and your nephew just taking a shower? 25C. Oh, I see. Okay, well then that makes sense at least. But dude, okay, so how old is your nephew? Like now I'm really... And make sure not to name names, you know, this is on YouTube, right? Everyone should know that by now. That we're also on YouTube. So, you should probably be careful. Alright. But, I'm curious now. Trying to stop that. I'm imagining it curves this way, back here. Like a half circle, semicircle. Can someone tell him who Mike and Will is? Does anyone know? Because I don't know. It must be, maybe it's from a cartoon. Mike and Will. Let's see, thankfully we were able to clean it up. There's a gap between the sheetrock and the floor, so it didn't wick up. It only got... That's because there was carpeting there. Wasn't there? Right? Isn't there like a gap between the baseboard and the floor? Like a slight gap? That would mean that it had carpeting there at one point. And they tucked it under those gaps. Usually that's what that means. Dustin Lux. I don't know who that is. That is Bummer? Okay, there you go. It is, yeah. Oh, from Stranger Things? Oh, there you go. Okay, that was yeah, it's been a while since I've seen Stranger Things. I did not keep up with all of it because it was, who paywalled that? Like, what service, what streaming service? Is that a Netflix thing? Because I don't have that. I haven't had anything like that for a while now. And we'll try to put like a little shadow on the ground here. Pick that one. Netflix, okay. Okay, this is about as good as that's getting for now. It's just I'm sick day, and I want to get back into bed. Actually, I don't, because I don't like lying down in bed. It's always hard to sleep. Oh my god, does anyone keep up with like RAM prices and stuff? Are they up like 500% now? RAM chips? It's pretty crazy. If you did not get a graphics card at the right time, you are not going to be happy. But that's what happens when people don't vote with their wallets. And it's too late. Everything's up. Oh, but they say on TV that it's down. He was just shrieking that the other day. Everything's fine. Everything's down. All those totally honest numbers coming out of the administration. That just can't be. A Demogorgon is gonna eat. What? You go to bed. I would hope not. Please try not to. How do you prevent from being eaten by a Demogorgon? Anyway. Like, is there a way to ward them off, or... Is there anything you can do to protect yourself? Micron, yes. Fire, okay. You're not starving and poor and drowning in medical bills, trust me. Yeah, that was the message that I got. So I guess I'm wrong. I must be mentally divergent. Because it seems opposite to me. So fire's how you deal with the Demogorgon. Some stuff is like that. There are certain things that only fire will take care of. Some people think that applies to spiders as well, which it does not. Stop torturing spiders to death with fire. They're not trying to kill you. Stop freaking out. It's a tiny little spider. You're just being crazy. That's how fire is the only thing. Okay, yeah, fire is the only thing that works. I was watching the Gamers Nexus thing the other day, or this morning, or was it yesterday? I don't remember now. The Micron report, right? In UK, spiders nice. Nice. You mean like friendly? I'm down with friendly spiders. You know, the wolf spiders, no, not wolf spiders, jumping spiders are usually pretty harmless and fairly easy to deal with. And people have them as pets. They're very tiny things. There, a little highlight there. I will need to do, like, have a better reference when we do this. Next time, we'll do a better job on this next time. Should I do anything with this? I mean, I like the rounded shape. I'm cool with this. This gives it more of a little pizzazz. Let's see what this looks like when we turn this on the overlay. Because this will become, like next year, like December, I'll use this middle part and we'll use that as the intro screen. And then when we start streaming, then this will fade out and this overlay here will remain. Like that. Whew, this was a lot of work, man. Spiders are very cool. I still want a tarantula. Poecilotheria metallica is the common name. The common name is Goody Sapphire. It is the most beautiful blue tarantula, and it's very large. They are supposedly more docile than others of their type. But you gotta have the resources for it, and specialized animals like that, they have to have specialized environments. And if you don't have the resources to keep the heat going, or to give them the extra heating and lighting and basking area and all the other equipment that have to be hooked up to their environment to keep them comfortable, then you just should not have them. It's hard to make it. If it's hard to make ends meet, then don't go in for a pet like that until you're a little more financially stable, because they will cost you money. Even my frogs, which were free, cost a good deal of money just in their general upkeep, so they had an environment to survive in. They're just so specialized, And spiders are generally better than that, easier than that, because they are usually comfortable in whatever you're comfortable in. But again, like, I keep my house very cold. A spider would be cold. It's not cold-blooded like a reptile or a frog, but it really will not be comfortable. So it does need some kind of heating and some kind of upkeep, you know? Oh, they're so beautiful too. And if you get the females, they have the cleanest lines, and they live like 5 to 10 years. So it's not like the kind that lived like 20 or 30 years, because I don't want a spider to outlive me. Okay? I don't want a spider pet to freaking outlive me. The males are less sought after, and because they only live like a couple of years. Mr. Third. Oh, Third Coffee, there you go. Blue animals are, yeah. I read that one already. Alright, let's turn that off again. I think this fits. Everything's in the right position. Frog children looking adorbs. Santa, I did not do more presents around the tree. He's just now putting the presents down. See? That's all. He hasn't quite. He's putting the first present down. That's why we don't have presents under the tree yet. We got our tree toppers. I like that little human doll. I'm very proud of that. Even though it's like the simplest thing in this, I think I just nailed it. Out of all this, that little human doll is my favorite part. It took like 5 seconds. It's like you know, you buy a whole jungle gym thing for your cat, and all it does is play with the pizza box. That's how I am. I have all this, and yet all I care about is that little human doll. 3 Santas? No. It's only one Santa. This Santa here is the sleigh Santa, and he's on his way. And there he is in the middle scene there. See, and then he goes down the chimney, and he's down here, and he goes out and he gets in his sleigh. It's like a vignette, you see. It's like a little framed thing, like a little scene around a scene. It's a vignette, which I'm sure that's. I mean, yeah, right. Everyone knows what vignette means, right? Right. It's like a fancy little way to frame something, right? Except we're kind of framing it with foreground objects. You see? Like, there's the frame. This is the vignette. And then we have the main scene in the middle. I really like this. This was a good learning exercise, and I learned a lot from this one. What is the next one? Because I already showed Back to the Future. The Wednesday wallpaper is also what I'm going to do. I'm going to try working on Back to the Future sometime this afternoon if I start feeling better, and we'll try to do the touch-ups tomorrow, which will be the final stream before the new year. And then we come back on the 3rd of January. And from there, the projects are going to basically include these sorts of things, these sketches of my some of the wallpapers I'm going to do, some here and there, and they won't always be true to what they're going to look like later. Because I'm going to, you know, get some of them done here, but I'm also going to do them mostly offline just to sort of protect my work before I end up, you know. One question for you. Am I your friend? Yes, you are. Next. Nice Wednesday scene. Hadn't seen that one yet. Yes, this is one that we started to get like most of it down before I started doing the December stuff. This was like what I was doing during Thanksgiving and all. We were doing, we had like sketches set up, and I was kind of roughing this one out. I think the mental plan that I had for this one was to, because you can see I started on him first and then started rendering him out, and this is about as far as I got, and started prepping him for the shading, and then I'm going to do all this stuff later. And I want to move the windowsill up to like here, and I want to move this table top up to that too. So this whole section will be, this will get raised up so the window will be smaller. And you know, our windows are different. See, this bar here is like a slide up window. It's 2 panes, and this pane slides up, so you haven't, you know, that's the way our windows work. So if you're in Europe or the UK, you might, you know, have swing out windows, but we have slide up, you know, windows that slide up and down. And he lives in a swamp. It's very important to have these kinds of windows, because then you can have a screen on it, and you need screens when you have a lot of mosquitoes, and you have a lot of mosquitoes when you live in a swamp. Of course, if you're a frog, I guess you want that, right? Because that's food. Like literally, just leave the window open, right? Because then all the bugs come in. That's what you want. Frogs would not want a screen on his windows. So then what if I did that? I could do that. I could do like European style swing out windows. That way he gets his, that way the flies come in, because he doesn't have screens on his windows. Frogs have the screen when they're full. Okay. That makes sense. You know, that's the thing. People really do need to be careful about, and it's terrifying that they do this. It's horrible, but, and I want to tell this to anybody who's watching, if you have a pet like this, please do not feed them and walk away if you're feeding them live food, because the live food can actually attack them. They don't have a way of fighting it off. Only they can only eat it. That's it. And if they can't eat more, then they can't attack off or fight off these constantly chewing little bugs. They can be chewed to death, and it's horrifying. Just imagine that. This happens way too often. People just toss a bunch of crickets into a cage more than the animal can handle, and because they think, oh, it'll be food for later, right? They'll eat them later. No, these things will attack it and eat it. You know, they can chew your animal to death. I know it's horrifying to even say. I'm sorry that I'm ruining anybody's day. Just please, whatever you do, make sure that you do not give your pet more than they can eat in, you know, a very short session. You come back within an hour. If there's more, if there's, you know, stuff still crawling around in there, get it out. Put it back in the box. You know, catch those crickets, get them out of there. Don't put your frog in danger. We need a frog with a hat that's in a cup that has a 3. You know, we did have that. You remember that one, though. That's the thing. You're saying that because you remember that. What did I do with that one? That was in the overlay thing. Not an overlay. It was in a emote. Remember, it was, he came in, looked, he got shocked, and then he ran out of the room. It was an animation thing I did, and at the end, there was a little frog in a coffee cup with a Yeah, it was a GIF. He had a little top hat. Didn't he? I knew I did sketches of him. What did you name? You named him as well. You named him Baby Uncle Wednesday. There you go. See, I'm not so old that I can't remember stuff yet. Okay, I'm gonna make, that'll be our next project, is to actually work on a bigger logo of that. Because I need to have an actual logo. And that was in my papers. I have like a pencil and paper sketchbook that I do those ideas in. And I have like a couple of pages of that logo that I was experimenting with. That's why I was drawing it into the animation, that GIF that we were doing. Okay, we'll do that too. Yeah, we need to do that. That all needs to happen. But we need to work on, like, steadily work on the wallpapers. I need to do a lot more of these off stream so I can try to get the development of my app, my wallpaper app, up and running. Get it on the Apple Store and the Android Store. What do they call the Apple Store? Is everything iTunes on Apple, or is it? Do they have like two different things? And I have to figure out how to do this because some of them require fees. Like I think Apple requires a fee each year, and I think Android only requires a fee on the first entry, and that's it. So I'll have to work those things out. Anyway, I was working on giving him these textures, this spotty texture, because I don't normally do that. My stuff is usually very smooth. I do lots of like smoothie blending like this, and so I thought, let's try a little something new on him. So I'll try doing some textures on him. He's got the Crocs, but you know, they're frog Crocs. Frogs? Frogs? I don't know how to even frog croc. I could put the eyes further back and then actually make them crocodiles. If I just move the eyes back, they'd be crocodiles. And actual crocs. I don't know. And I also don't know why I did that. I just did. This calendar's only got one day. It's the only day he cares about. Every day is Wednesday. Okay. I think this is okay. I think I'm alright with this. Let's do a... Okay, let's merge the chicken layer down there. We'll transfer and then we'll turn this. Do a signature on this layer here. Because I don't want it in the overlay later. I don't really sign anything with anything more than initials. Where do I sign it? How about that? Is that too much? Too big? I think it's fine. All right. There you go. That is the piece that we were working on throughout December. Add 2 frogs to the couple of frogs. The couple. Oh, okay. And make him have a Demogorgon hat, so you know that's that's a lot. I don't even know how to make a Demogorgon hat. Okay. I want everyone to enjoy the rest of their year. And I will see you on the 3rd, on January 3rd. Well, no, I'll be here tomorrow, right? If I'm too sick. If I'm getting more sick, I may not stream tomorrow. So I really am feeling rough. And I started feeling crappy last night, so this is gonna probably get worse. So it's shaky if I come back tomorrow. So I apologize if I don't. Yeah, I apologize if I don't come back tomorrow. But I promise I will be back on the 3rd. I'll probably be on the mend by then anyway. Okay, everyone, have a happy new year if I do not see you before then.